So, I wanted to make this video because I have been arguing back and forth with a couple of people and their comments to my Miley Cyrus video. Like, I knew there was people that were gonna get upset, but damn. Like, I had to, like, disable comments because, like, they were getting on my fucking nerves. Okay. People, like, really missed the whole disclaimer of my video yesterday. And they totally were like not seeing my points as to why she was dressed inappropriately and was dancing inappropriately. And I'm 19. You know what I mean? I'm older than her. You know what? Like I dance like that at the clubs or whatever and stuff. But the thing is, it's like I'm not in the spotlight at all. She's underage, having short shorts on stage with high heels on, and her top was like mad revealing. I'll probably like show some pictures too. And I think this is the same performance, or there was another performance a couple days before that where she had shared a kiss with a girl on stage. I'm like, come on, yo. It's just okay. The whole disclaimer of that video was the fact of, for her to be underage, she should not be talking about she can't be tamed. She should not be on stage performing a lesbian kiss with somebody, you know what I mean? Especially if we know that she's not lesbian. I mean, come on now. She also shouldn't be like humping on poles and stuff like that, like she was the Teen Choice Awards and stuff. And it's like some people, like, they only picked the certain things that they wanted to comment on about what I was saying. Like, what about those facts? And like, have you seen videos of her younger sister too, and how she acts for the fact that she's 9 years old? Like, nobody's paying attention to that at all. At all. Like, think of it. People were saying, oh, well, this is stuff that people wear at the beach. People dress half naked at the beach. You know what I mean? But that's the beach. You know what I mean? That's where you're allowed to wear swimsuits and stuff like that, even if you are underage. You know what I mean? She's not at the beach. She's performing on stage. And just because she's performing on stage does not make it any better for her to be wearing that outfit. Like, she had, like, just, like, this bra thing on, like, two-top bra on here, and then it had, like, a real slender, like, straight line in the middle. So, like, most of her stomach was exposed too in her back, and she had shorts that were, like, literally right up under her ass. And she had some heels on. She just didn't look appropriate for the fact that she was the age of 17. And some people were like really trying to say, oh, she wasn't half naked at all. I'm like, she basically was. Why was she dressing like that? You know what I mean? Why were her and her backup dancers dressing like it was a Snoop Dogg video? Why she don't dress like that in real life? Why is she performing like that? Oh yeah, because Anna Jay-Z song was on. That's why she's dressing like that. Because if it was some other song, she would not be doing that shit. She would not be doing any of that. I mean, she shared lesbian kisses. Somebody was like some people were like looking too into what I was saying. Yeah, I said she had naked pictures, but I was mistaken. Well, I already knew that she didn't have naked pictures, but she had like semi-nudes out where she was in her bra and panties. That doesn't make it any better with the fact that she was like 15 or 16 at the time. There's pictures of her sucking dick. You know it's not photoshopped. You know what I mean? Like, it's not okay. They're like, oh, how long do you expect her to cater to her younger crowd? When she gets older, she won't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? Like, people are still gonna sit here and say those comments even when she's older, but it makes it worse for the fact that she's underage, and nobody understands that right now. I'm like, how can you not see that? For her to be doing all of these things and she's only 17, it's not a good look for her. It's not. And that's why it's such a big riot in the media. That's why people are making such a big deal out of it. That's why parents are upset, because she has younger girls who look up to her, and she's not even legal herself, and she's already acting like this. It's not okay. It's not. You know what I mean? As far as me saying the 8-year-olds were in the stage, I was exaggerating. there was still young girls in there. You could tell like some of them were like 11, 12, 13. That's still a young age, the age where you're easily persuasive, and you can be easily persuaded. You know, you're a follower type of age. So for her to be dressing like that and to be dropping it like it's hot and shaking her ass and doing all that stuff like she was doing with that outfit on, it just was adding up. She was just putting more gasoline on the fire. You know what I mean? She was just making it into like a bigger situation by every little thing that she was doing while she was performing. And at the same time, you have to think of all the other things that she's done. Like I said, you know what I mean? With her being, what do you want? With her being half naked and all of that stuff. It's just, if you add everything together and the fact that she's only 17 years old, it's not good. People were sitting here bringing up little, oh, you're not sitting here making a video about Lil Wayne and how he should be teaching people to go to jail. What the fuck? How can you teach somebody how to go to jail? Like, what kind of comparison is that? It was just so stupid. It was just so fucking stupid that person even said that. And I'm like, but we're not talking about Lil Wayne though. We're talking about her. And Lil Wayne had every right to go to jail. You don't even, like, what are you trying to play, a race card or something? Because I definitely don't really give too much of a shit about Lil Wayne anyway. So why are you even bringing him up? And then they brought up, oh, Beyonce. Oh, she be dressing like a hoe. No, she doesn't. There's been pictures of her where she might have like short dresses on and she will have her purse in her hand and cover her crotch so that it doesn't show while she gets out of a car. That's a hoe? I don't think so, because these other bitches like Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan be knowing they had those mini dresses on with no panties and they coochie be all out in your face. Yeah, come on now. Come on now. Yeah, and exactly that too. She's not, it still goes back to the fact of she is underage. She's not grown. Why are you bringing up Lil Wayne and fucking Beyonce for? They're grown ass people. You know what I mean? Why didn't you bring up Lady Gaga? What about that one? You know what I mean? Like, it's like they were trying to make like racist ass comments and they didn't even realize, and they were trying to like pinpoint certain stuff that I was saying and like blowing it out of proportion, because I really did not make that much of a big deal of the video like how I wanted to. You know what I mean? That's basically it. You know what I mean? She just has to tone it down for the fact that she's underage, dressing like that and performing like that or whatever. She shouldn't even be performing like that, period, with the fact that she's underage is what I'm saying. Like, seriously. You can sit here and defend it all you want, but at the end of the day, you have to think, if I had a child that looked up to her and she's underage, would I be okay with that? How would you like it if your 11-year-old was like, oh, well, Miley Cyrus is dressed like this, so I can do it too? Would that be okay with you? No, it wouldn't be okay with you. Like, people aren't even thinking of the bigger picture of the situation of how parents are looking at this. You know what I mean? You're sitting here saying, oh, it's not that really that big of a deal. But you know, let's be honest. I don't want to play the race card. But if you know, if this was like Beyonce being that age or whatever, dressing like that or whatever the case may be, you would not be sitting here disagreeing with me. You would definitely be like, oh yeah, you're right. But because it's Miley Cyrus or whatever, and she happens to be Caucasian, it's just, you don't really understand what I'm saying at all. Like, I don't understand that. You know what, just erase the fact that I even brought up the whole race card, because that still doesn't really have anything to do with it. The whole point is, when you're underage, you should not be doing the things that she's doing. If she was grown, it would be different. Even with grown people dressing like that and acting like that on stage, like Lady Gaga or whoever else, or Britney Spears, they still make a big deal. Parents still make a big deal about it even then. But you have to realize that they're grown. They could do whatever the hell that they want, basically. She's not grown, and her parents aren't really saying anything about the fact that she's acting like that and she's dressed like that. They're condoning it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I understand that she's trying to shake her whole Disney image, but the fact of the matter is, you're not legal, honey. Cut it out.